Black and trans. Coming at you again.
I know. Yeah, she looked like she changed outfits because I didn't.
Really? You're just gonna throw that in there?
I look exactly the same. Like I wore this outfit right after I wore it.
But they're supposed to be a week apart.
Well, so we don't have time to do it a week apart.
So it just looks like
why did
it's a different day.
We post them a week apart.
Yes, we post them a week apart.
So it don't matter when we do them. The fact that you have to change.
Whatever. I changed my clothes. Today we're going to talk about rocking the vote.
Politics.
Politics. I would like to start by addressing Mr. Obama and telling him that in his last debate where he, beat the shit out of Romney, that was so
hot. Or just awesome.
And if you're looking for Monica Lewinsky,
please don't. They will for sure impeach your ass. Stop trying to get him impeached.
Okay, so on a more serious note, all I have to say is that this election to me isn't about Democrat versus Republican. This election for me is more about who's going to lie to me and who's going to tell me the truth. And obviously, Romney is a businessman. With all the money he has, he would not be running for office unless he had an angle. And I personally think his angle is to get his hands on the U.S. military, which is why he's willing to give them so much more money, even though they haven't asked for any. He's up to something. I'm telling you, he is. And this is why he does not need to be president.
Yes. Anyhow, so I was reading Marie Claire, and they pretty much cleared up a lot of both platforms and compared them side by side. So, I guess I'll go with. Which ones do you want to read them all, or just go?
No,
with
just hit a few key points. This is in case you don't know the main difference between Obama versus Romney. We'll just hit a few key points.
Right. So help you better decide. But either way, you need to make a decision. If you're 18 and over and can vote, you should vote.
And please remember that when you're voting this year, whoever is president is going to get to pick 2 Supreme Court justices. Okay? And this is important for you to remember, because if it's Republican, then those of us who are LGBT or women can kiss our rights goodbye. Mm-hmm. Okay? This is a very important election for that reason.
And if you are a college student, or you were a college student and have to pay back those loans, you will not get a break.
No, you won't. If Romney gets into office, you will not get a break. If you've been listening to what he says, you already know that. What did he say? He said, we're going to cut out these training programs and give people the opportunity to find their own way. Listen to what he's saying, and you will understand what he's after.
But okay, so on that note, we're going to go through, jobs and pay. So Romney's platform is, his record is, he cites his CEO resume as evidence that he could create American jobs, but his tenure at private equity firm Bain Capital has come under fire because the company invested in firms that specialize in outsourcing jobs overseas. Okay, so if he wins, when it comes to jobs, he's in the trickle-down camp. That is, he believes if CEOs are happy, they'll be more likely to hire the rest of us.
So you know what that means. He preaches a lot about small business, but he's never said what his definition of small business actually is. Small business can be anything. From one person who's fucking loaded and getting all these tax breaks for running a small business that's technically not really a small business, or an actual mom and pop shop. And those places you don't even see many of them anymore. Most of the corporations have crushed those places.
Yeah,
You know,
they've taken over.
they've taken over. Romney is not a bad choice because he's Republican. He's a bad choice because he is a scam artist and a creep.
And so Obama's platform on the same issue as jobs is touts 4.5 million private sector jobs added on his watch, but unemployment hovers at 8%. The first law he signed made it easier for women to sue for pay discrimination.
All right.
Say, if he wins, plans to invest in U.S. manufacturing by punishing businesses that move jobs overseas. No word on whether he'd boost the minimum wage or propose a jobs bill. So basically, Obama will be bringing jobs back here, not outsourcing them to India or some other country where you can pay them 5 cents to answer your phone calls, which, by the way, don't help. If you don't speak my language, how the hell are you going to help me with my product when I need help? And how are you going to find anything in my country when you're, I don't know, 5 million miles away?
I would also like to add about this whole thing is that Obama seems to, I mean, he seems to really care about what he's doing, and this to some people can be could be a bad thing because you don't want his emotions to get in the way of his ruling the country, which is I don't think it's going to be an issue. But the other thing about him that I really like is it may not be his lifestyle. He may not agree with it. It may be against his religious beliefs for abortion, for LGBT issues, whatever the case may be, but he understands the difference between rights and religion. And that's really important. We really, really need someone in office to pound that nail in, to make sure that there is a continued, definite, concise, visual, present difference between church and state.
I agree. Now, on to healthcare, which has been a real hot issue. Most countries outside of the U.S., everybody gets healthcare. But for some odd reason, they're making it so fucking difficult for us in America, for everyone, rich, poor, no children, more children, married or not, to get healthcare. I would like to know if I lose my job and I have a child, that I can take my child anywhere and they can get the help that they need. Or my grandparent or whatever. No matter how much money I make, I will pay more taxes for that shit. For everyone to get health care than to see people fucking dying on the street.
No one should die because they can't afford to pay for medication. That's not okay. It's not okay at all.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So Romney's platform, his record on healthcare. Welcome to Romney's personal hell. His universal healthcare law in Massachusetts is actually the model for Obamacare. If he wins, he vowed to start dismantling the Affordable Care Act on his first day. His veep choice, Paul Ryan, has a budget plan that would slash Medicare, which insures seniors and the disabled, and turn into a voucher program. And we know how well voucher programs turn out.
Ever try them at Best Buy? We are at 9 minutes, though. The important thing that
we haven't gotten to Obama. I think this one is really important.
Okay, go ahead.
To go a little longer. So, Obama's record on health care. The Affordable Care Act may go down in history as Obama's single biggest accomplishment. The law is complicated and hotly contested, but Obama says it'll insure 34 million more Americans. You know how great that is? That's great. Because there's so many people who can't go to the doctor, who are deathly sick and can't afford to get help. Children, old people, disabled people.
And to the people who say they don't feel like they should have to pay for other people's health care, all I have to say is you live in a community, sweetheart. Your taxes pay for the roads to be
Everything.
paved. I mean,
Hmm.
you
Your
can't
trash to be
be,
picked
yeah,
up.
you're not a separate entity,
So their trash
so,
is being picked up too.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense for you to feel that way.
So if Obama wins, the plan's heart, a universal mandate for all Americans to have health insurance, will take effect midterm.
That's great.
I don't know why that would be a bad thing, except for those people who make billions of dollars
Yeah, it
off
would
of
cut
other people's
into,
pain.
yeah. So we definitely have to go, but we wanted to do something political and kind of state where we stood, so that not hold up signs and say vote for Obama, but just point out differences and things that are important about this year's election. Okay, and take it from me. If Romney was the guy to vote for, I would be all for it. I'm not a Democrat Republican person. I'm a person who feels like it's important to vote for the best person who deserves the job.
Yeah.
You know,
Who's going to look for
who,
everybody's best interest? Not working class, not millionaires,
yes,
not just CEOs,
but
but
everybody's interest.
everyone who lives in this country, who supports this country, aside from illegal immigrants. But,
That's another video.
that won't get made because then you'll call us racist.
Well,
Yeah.
we gotta
Well,
go.
but if
We
you
gotta
have,
go.
like, check out the Marie Claire November issue, also online. They have the breakdown of, you know, their stands on abortion, education, healthcare, birth control, immigration, taxes, and jobs pay. It breaks down pretty easy what their platforms are and what they plan on doing.
And watch the next debate.
Yeah, and make a educated decision.
Yeah.
Just know that whatever will happen will affect you.
It
And if you
does.
lose your job, or if you get a better job, or if you have children, or if you plan on marrying the love of your life, the same sex,
All of
all
these
this
things
could
will
be
affect you.
if depending on who you vote in, it all could be gone.
Yes.
Unless
So
you plan on moving to India to work for HP, then you might want to figure out who you want to vote for.
we're going because it takes too long to upload these when they get past 9 minutes.
Oh my god, and I have to go home.
Yeah, because she's almost out of time.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Please vote.
Please vote.